Hello and welcome to a quick little video tutorial called Transform Each. So it uses the function object, transform, and transform each. It's not there because we don't have any object. I'm going to start off with just a simple pen tool. You could use a curvature tool, you could do a curvy line, you could do whatever you want, but I'm just going to click, 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 and I'm going to make a little M. Of course, I am in Windows Workspace Essentials Classic. I'm going to grab my black arrow tool and I'm going to set my stroke to 1. You could go thicker or thinner if you want. It's up to you. You have a choice of going object, transform, and transform each. But this is what I usually do is right click, transform, and transform each. I'm going to leave my rotate at 0. I'm going to leave these 3 things checked. I'm going to leave it at 100, 100, and I'm going to change the move to 15 degrees. And I'm not going to hit OK, but I'm going to hit copy. And then I'm going to go Control D, D, D the whole way down. Because we're not getting smaller, it changes nothing on the stroke. All right, I'm going to drag over the whole bunch, and then I'm going to group by clicking on Group or Control G. Then I'm going to go Control V, because I had already copied this. And now I'm going to go right-click, transform, and transform each. This time I'm going to change the horizontal scale, so the width of it, to 95%. And I'm going to leave the scale, strokes, and effects on. And I'm going to hit copy. And I'm going to go Control D. And I'm just holding Control D down. And you will notice that the stroke gets thinner and thinner and thinner. So if I redid this and you wanted to keep the stroke the same intensity, then you would just uncheck those boxes. So we'll do that on the next one. All right, I'm going to go Control, actually I should group this, Control G, and then I'm going to go Control V because I got my original piece on the clipboard. And again, your shape doesn't have to be the same as mine. It could be a shape, it could be a line, it could be a curvy line. And this time I'm going to right click, transform, and transform each. And this time I don't want to scale, I want to keep the stroke the same the whole way. But I'm also going to rotate it 5 degrees every time. So it moves 15, it scales 95%, and again I hit copy. And then I just go Control D and I hold Control D down and it spins it all around. And if I had those buttons checked, the stroke would have got thinner and thinner and thinner the whole way along. Then I group, Control G. All right, so that's Artboard 1, or Artboard 1 is what you're going to do. You can export that, put it on yours. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and do this. This is a little experiment if you want to try things a little bit different. I did some things with curvy lines. It didn't work out quite as nice as I'd hoped, but I'm going to show you how to do this one. You can do either. You can take some liberties on what you do, but we're going to start off with a square. You could start off with a circle. I'm going to start off with a perfect square, and I'm going to hold the Shift and the Alt, and I'm going to go from the middle, and I'm going to fill it with white, and then I'm going to go right-click, transform, and then transform each, and I'm going to change the scale to 75 on both the horizontal and the vertical axis. I am not going to move it 15 points, so I'm going to change that back to 0. And I'm not going to move it 5 degrees, so I'm going to change that back to 0. And I don't want to scale the corners and effects. So I'm just going to hit, again, copy. And then I'm going to go Control D, 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 D. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black arrow tool, and I'm going to group it, Control G. Okay, then I'm going to zoom out. And it's possible it would have been better if I had scaled the strokes. I'm not really sure which would look better, but I am going to align center and align center. So, and I do have my align palette set to artboard. So that centers it right in the middle. Then I'm going to take a line holding the Shift key, just a straight line. You could use the pen tool. You could use whatever you want. And I'm going to make it pretty big. I want it to go outside of it. Then I'm going to line that center and line that center. Then I'm going to go on that one and I'm going to go right click. You could do transform each, but you don't, that's not necessary. In this situation, rotate is the simpler option. And I'm going to go 15 degrees. Now you could do different, but you just want it to be an even amount of how many times it goes through. 15 works really well for this situation, but you can try some different ones and see how it works out. Again, I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm just going to go Control D until it goes the whole way around. Then I'm going to go View and Fit Artboard and Window. Okay, and then I'm going to take the black arrow tool and I'm going to go on all of it. And now I'm going to grab the Shape Builder tool because I want to get rid of all these lines on the outside. So the Shape Builder tool, when you grab the Shape Builder tool, it has a plus sign on it. If I hold the Alt key down and I just click and drag over the outside, it just gets rid of all those points. All right, so now that I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go with, underneath the Shape Builder tool is the Live Paint bucket. And so now I'm just going to use the Live Paint bucket, and I'm just going to alternate between black and white. And obviously you could use your own colors for this. And I'm going to zoom in as I go. So this one I tried some curvy lines, but that is how you use the Transform Each tool. We use the Shape Builder to cut off the edges. We use the Rotate tool for the lines. And we use the Live Paint bucket, which you must select all the pieces first for the Live Paint bucket to work. Thanks for watching.